There you go. Hello, what's going on, people? I hope we're all well and living the dream. Now, I firstly have to apologize for this getting to you guys late, and this is the drive of the K24 build. I did film essentially what would have been like my first reactions to what this car feels like now with this power and this engine and this torque, most importantly, but more on that later. But unfortunately, those clips got corrupted. So we're going again. Although this time I feel like I can I can capture more. I'm actually parked up at a fuel station because I had to get a little bit more fuel in this, just so I can actually take it on a sort of drive that I want to take it on. But yeah, I've had this car now with this power since the beginning of April, and this is now the 3rd month I'm getting on to having it with it like this. It's crazy how time flies, and there's a lot of things I've learned about this car. I'll just say straight from the beginning, this is not the same FN2 that I had before. I don't see it the same. It doesn't act the same. It's a completely different car, for sure. But anyway, without further ado, let's get on the drive, yeah? By the way, if you hear some wind noise, I've got the windows down. I don't have aircon. I don't really use aircon in this car. I never have since I've had it. Maybe once or twice, but yeah, it's a little bit warm today. So before we get on with that, I just thought I'd put those disclaimers out there. Now, I'm actually just going to go straight onto the motorway because I want to get onto the first thing about this car, which isn't actually the noise. The noise used to be really bad, like really bad, yeah? When I say bad, I mean it sounds amazing, but it was extremely loud. But I took my car back to Overkill Performance to send the actual exit of the exhaust out of the car, because before what was happening is where the exhaust ends right underneath the car, all the sound's just reverberating in the cabin, and it also makes it sound loud on the outside. So I sent the tip out just a little bit, and that's absolutely fine. Now you can hear me talk. I don't have to shout so much, you know. But the second thing I noticed is the torque. The difference is crazy. You're earning what? I've got about 40 foot-pounds more of torque throughout the whole range, and you notice it straight away. I'm just driving through town at the moment, so nothing crazy. I'm just literally on my way to exit out onto the dual carriageway. The car's warm already, so I could really like let you feel what this is about, because it's just it's amazing. I'll say it like this, right? This car used to give me, the power was like, it's smile power, right? Like you smile to yourself and you're like, this is good for what it is. Do you know what I mean? Now it's giggle. You're giggling to yourself, like, especially when I'm overtaking people. It's crazy. It's and I'm only saying it's crazy not because it's like a crazy amount of power. You have to remember, and this is something I said to someone in one of my comments on the shorts when I said this thing was a monster. It is a monster. This is a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine car making over 210 foot-pounds of torque and 282/3 horsepower, right? That's impressive. Am I tripping or something? Like, I don't get it. And look, if you knew some of the cars that I've battled, right, since having this car, and I say battled, beaten, let me just put that out there, beaten, trust me, like, this car's serious. It's so serious. It's a different animal, man. And it really is a beast. VTEC kicks in at about 4.1, 4.3. Judging by the indicators, I'm going to say probably about 4.3. And then the red line ends at 8.3. But I don't even let it hit 8K. And the reason for that is because it's better for the safety of the engine for it to be kept under 8,000. I can't really go into the technicals as to why that is. But it's just, look, the K20 head wasn't designed to actually be on the K24. Yeah, the head is just there for it to be more free flowing. Also, I just realized I need to put, let me turn my Bluetooth on so I can turn the traction control all the way off through the EcuTech dongle. I'll tell you what, another thing, yeah, I'm so glad that I have big brakes. I don't know how, I'm not even sending shots for those people running bigger power and standard brakes, but I don't know how you could do it. Lord knows I've needed it. I'm gonna put the windows up as well because I feel like you need to hear when the cams come, when the VTEC kicks in, because it's just angry. It's just so angry, like. And you know the best thing is, the one thing I didn't want to lose is not to be able to use power, or not being able to have power that I can use in corners, right? Not that I'm racing on these streets. I mean, look, it's still a road, yeah, but there are B roads where I like to just power out, or especially if like I'm battling someone, right? Again, on B roads, I say battling within the legal limit, right? I just want to say, like, I don't need to be in low gears anymore to pull anywhere. It's just so mean. It's just so mean. It's so angry. That's the only way I could describe it. It's like, it's just ready to go. Ready to go. You hear that? Let me back out of it again so you can hear it. It's just so angry. It's so angry. And again, this is all 6th gear. So let me explain to you like what I meant before. If I'm on the motorway and I'd say I'm doing 70 miles an hour and I know I want to quickly accelerate, someone's just gotten out of my way and I really want to push on. Normally what I would have to do is go from 6th to 4th, and I literally do mean 4th, yeah, and push on from there. But now I don't need any of that. I got all in 1 gear. This is 1 gear, still 1 gear. Honestly, look, I'm even coughing over it. It's stupid. I have to be very wary of my speed though when I'm doing this sort of thing, because you pick up speed so quickly. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. Since doing this build, there's something that I plan to do in the future. I planned on having a second car for track, and this was always going to be my daily. So all the power builds that I did on it would have to be safe for daily usage, right? But in doing this, I actually wondered to myself, like, if I should just track this car. I don't drive it daily. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I wonder. I do think to myself, like, what would you do? Would you like have this car where maybe one day you take it to the office, right? The rear seats are out. You don't go roll cage or anything like that. The rear seats are out. You still got like your creature comforts, everything like that. It's not crazy stripped out. And then you have different wheels for track. Because ultimately, I've got big brakes. I've got braided lights going on very, very soon. I've got power. Coilovers, that's already there. A rear anti-robot that's coming on soon. What would you do? I don't know, I think a lot back to myself, but I don't want to wreck this car. I really don't. and I adore it. Like it's very special to me. It's everything. It's more than what I wanted. I'll let you into a little secret, right? And I'll put this up on my Instagram, yeah? My little brother has a beautiful 430D, right? A BMW 430D coupe. Very nice. Rematch stage 1. So it's running, I think it's just over 300 horsepower. But the torque figures are ridiculous. It's like 600 foot-pounds of torque. It's a 6-cylinder turbo diesel engine, yeah? And we had 2 battles. One with 3 adult bikes in the back of my car, right? And just me as a passenger. And then him just in his car. And he was beating me, but not by much, very little. Then the other one, he had 3 adults in his car. And it was just me, no bikes. And I was beating him. Now bear that in mind. Yes, the 4 Series is a heavy car. It's a heavy car, let's not lie about it. But this hasn't got anywhere near the torque figures that does. That's still got slightly more power. Not that much, not that crazy amount, much more, but still more. Again, it just impresses me all the more. It just does. Again, I love it. I do love it. I haven't found any cons yet. Even if we wanted to talk about fuel, for example, so before when it was standard, with mixed driving, so B roads and just cruising like I am now, I used to get about 320 to 330 miles to a tank, which is good, right? Now I get 280, if not a little bit more. I could have pushed it to a lot. I would have pushed it to a bit more. So if I wanted to round it up, let me just be fair and say 285, 285 or 290, yeah? For a car that's running 283 horsepower with bigger injectors, right, cams, a whole exhaust system, right, like, that's amazing. To me, that's amazing. I don't really notice the fuel consumption that much. I've got to be honest. And I think the biggest thing about it, really and truly, is like, it's just angry. It's just so angry. It's ready to go all the time. It's so responsive as well. The throttle pedal is so responsive. One of my boys drove my car, right? And he was trying to get used to how much it revs. He's not really about like the K20 life. He hasn't driven one like that. So he was short shifting. I was like, no, leave it in. And he was just like, look, the speedo just climbs so quick. And it really does. Like it's just up. I'm not trying to say it's the fastest FN2 in the world. No, not at all. But because there are faster cars out there. But for what this thing is, let me not even diminish it. It's a fast car. Not just for what it is, it's a fast car. It really is. And it just makes me wonder, like, the people that are running bolt-ons, anyone that I know that has bolt-ons on the K20, I would love for them to experience this so they can realize what they can have. Do you know what I mean? I'm not diminishing people that have bolt-ons. Please don't misconstrue what I'm saying. Like, I'm sort of K24 elitist. Like, I'm so new to the game. This is the most modified car I've owned, right? So yeah, all I'm trying to say is, for the torque, the power gains, and the money that goes into doing even just a base one where you could get about 250, 240, 250, I just can't see myself. If I were to do this, all over again, there's no way, and I literally mean there is no way that I would go to a K20 again. No way. This thing is just too much, and I love it. It's my little beast, my angry, ferocious, beautiful beast. There you go. know the best thing about it is, right? You know I'm not a pops and banks kind of guy. If you didn't know, now you know. It's just not about me. I've got the map. I don't use it, right? But on overrun or downshifts, it crackles. Anyway, it crackles. And I had someone following me the other day. I say the other day, it was like last month. And like it spat out a flame. Yeah, man. I love this car. I just love it. It just makes me giggle. And because I don't have like the big Mugen spoiler and other styling stuff, which is yet to come, I'm not done with this car yet. People think it's a sleeper. Do you know what I mean? Even when they see the exhaust tip at the back, they're just like, it's a sleeper. So I'll have people challenging me. Then when they get beat, I raced a 350Z. I said to myself, like, I wouldn't like state the cars that I've raced, right? But I raced a 350Z and I beat him, right? And it was, he then pulled up next to me and he was like, what? He was like, is that tune? I was like, yeah, it's got K24 in it. He was like, I think he said something like, that's cheating or something. It's just so fast. It's just get up and go, and there's so much drama to it. It's like I said, I accomplished what I wanted. I wanted the FN2 but more. I feel like, not necessarily to this high degree of tuning, but just for the torque feeling alone, like the torque, this car should have came with a K24. It makes sense because it's heavier than the EP3. I mean, it's heavier than the DC5. Admittedly, not by that much, but it still is, right? It should have had something to add all of it, not just like a shorter final drive, right? And a better intake manifold. It should have had more torque. Knowing what I feel now, and I guarantee you, anyone that's got a K24 will speak its praises. I've spoken to a few people on Instagram now, and they're like, look, the difference is night and day, and it really is night and day. This car is now what it's supposed to be. Like, it's that and more. Yeah, I just love it. I don't think I have anything else left to say. The ride's so smooth. I can enjoy my music, you know. And I know all you're hearing is like, it may sound really drony through the mic. I promise you, in this car, it's not. It's really not. I'm just cruising on the A1 right now. And then whenever I want to have fun, I can either stay in sixth or yeah. I'm in love. So yeah, there isn't really anything else really for me to say. I think that does it all justice. And yeah, if there's anything else that like you guys want me to do on, I'm going to be doing some comparison videos with other cars in the extremely near future, which will be fun. I think you guys will like them. And yeah, man, it's just, I'm enjoying life right now. Extremely content. Yeah. Anyway, if you made it this far, yeah, I appreciate all of you. I've got so much time for all of you. We're climbing super quick, which makes me very happy. But ultimately, I'm just doing what I enjoy, and you guys are watching it. So yeah, enough of the speech. I appreciate you all, and take it easy.